Alright guys, Turn the Demon here, and as you can see this is Assassin's Creed, not Modern Warfare 3, and you know, that's just because I haven't had any games on it, and I really haven't been playing games much lately. I don't know what it is, but I just haven't been playing games a lot, but yeah, so I think that's just because I just get bored of them sometimes. I just play too much games. Yeah, so I really don't know what to talk about today because everything's been talked about. It's already been done, you know. And I don't know, it just seems this time is like the worst time for me because there is nothing literally to talk about. I could talk about, you know, college life and all that, but it's it's not over, but I've already done a term and I'm in like a term break thing until January the 3rd, so yeah, not much is going on around the place, you know. I'm not really playing much games and I really need to play more games because I have a lot of stories to complete. One Assassin's Creed, then Dead Island, and Call of Duty and Battlefield. I haven't done the campaigns to Battlefield or Call of Duty yet. Mainly Call of Duty because, so you know, loads of people have told me the ending, and when people tell you the ending, that really does ruin it for you. So yeah, I might not ever get around to playing the campaign of Call of Duty because when people tell you the ending, I just can't be arsed doing the campaign because, you know, that's it for me. The story's completely ruined. But I really don't have, you know, I don't really think about the campaign that much anymore. I remember on PS1 and PS2, the campaign was like key because it was the main thing, the main focus on the game. Oh, I just like slapped the microphone. That was weird. But yeah, that was the main thing on PS3, PS2, I mean, and PS1. Mainly because, you know, there wasn't. Well, actually, PS2 did have a Ethernet cable connector thing, but I really never played PS2 on the internet, and I don't even think PS1 had internet capabilities. So, yeah. But I really should get into playing much more games because I've just remembered something. You know, I really did play a lot of games when I was young, and mostly that were really good games. I can still remember them, you know, like Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I used to play the campaign to that over and over again because it was just so good. It was amazing. I loved it. And then there was others. I can't remember all the names to them because they were so epic. But mainly I remember Medal of Honor and things like that from the PS2. I think it may stretch back to the PS1, but I don't know. I did have a PS1. I had PS1, an Xbox, PS2, and a PS3. I never really got a Xbox 360. I don't know why. I think it's just because you have to pay for the internet, which I'm really not keen on. So I went with the PS3. And you know, PS3 is alright. I don't really get the whole smack myself. That was a bit of a delayed reaction. But I don't really get the war over PS3 and Xbox 360. It doesn't, you know, phase me as anything. I don't really get involved in anything like that because I know I'll just completely go overboard and go and, you know, completely rage. So I try and keep myself out of that. But at college there's some people like that love the Xbox 360 and stuff, and they all say, you know, PS3, well, it's not crap, but you know, they're saying stuff like Wii isn't a proper games console and stuff like that, and you know, I don't get it. I just think, okay, it's, you know, whatever, but there's a lot of random talk going on, and that mainly is the SOPA, is it? The SOPA? That, I think that's it. And that is like a big thing right now. It's massive because there's loads of debates. I think they're not actually going on at the moment. They're carrying on the 21st, I think. But oh my god, they're massive, and you know, they can shut a lot of things down on the internet, which is amazingly crazy because, you know, I think it was a song about Mega Upload that got taken down and it didn't have any copyright whatsoever. And that just goes to show, if you give people too much power, they will completely, you know, abuse power. And that is really what I don't like about people that have too much power. They completely, you know, make themselves like, it's really annoying because you give them too much power and they'll just go crazy on it and start doing all this crazy stuff. But there also is, I think it is about the UK, but that's politics, you know. That's not really what I do. Do I? I don't even do talk politics. But it's a big thing for the UK, because we're actually coming out of the EU now, because kind of everyone in the EU is against us, and people that are speaking out for the UK are saying, you know, the EU is going to collapse and, you know, more debt is piling up. So I think the UK is coming out of the EU and then the EU will collapse. And yeah, I've been watching a lot of politics lately. I don't know why. I just seemed interested in it. I really do get hooked on interesting stuff. Well, for most of you, politics isn't that interesting, but sometimes I find it interesting where it's about your country and debt and solving stuff and then arguing. It makes me crazy when politics argue because it's just so funny. They're not allowed to swear. They have to use these crazy words to make up for the swearing, but it is pretty funny because they're all shouting over well, they're not shouting over each other, but there's people speaking out for the UK that are telling the truth, and the EU really doesn't like that. So yeah, this game is not coming to an end. This game will never come to an end because I'll never finish it, most likely. And that's really what I hate about sandbox games. I can never finish them. There's too many levels to do, and I just get so distracted by everything going on. There's so many side quests. I try and stick on the main missions, but side quests and just fooling around gets me absolutely nowhere. So I will try and finish games like this, but I'll probably not start a Let's Play because it'll take for friggin' ever. And yeah, this game is now, well, I keep contradicting myself in the end of the videos because I keep saying, oh, the game is now coming to an end, but yeah, it kind of is coming to an end now, guys. So I'll have to be saying goodbye, and I know it was kind of a boring commentary, but there really is nothing to talk about, and I really need some suggestions because there's nothing going on in my life right now because, you know, there's no college at the moment, and I just can't really find anything to talk about. So if you'd like to help me, comments down below, but other than that, guys, I will see you later.